the taxpayers, listening to the taxpayers, cutting taxes, cutting spending, and being responsible with the money that you're sending to Washington. So let's send that message. Thank you all for coming today. Let's get organized, let's get motivated, let's keep that message going. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Delegate Klein. It is my pleasure to introduce the 5th Congressional District candidate, Mr. Bradley Rees.
Woo! That's your brother? That's my brother.
I was told there was some problems hearing way back in the back. Can you hear me? No. We can't hear you in the front. Let's try this. Can you hear me? No. You really can't hear me? No.
Okay. Let's try this.
Good evening. I was told there would be a bunch of malcontents and rabble-rousers out here this evening. It would appear that I was grossly misinformed. We are all right-wing extremists now, according to Homeland Security. It's okay though. It's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, I found a quote from another well-known rabble-rouser. He wrote a letter in 1787 saying, "I like a little rebellion now and then. It's like a storm in the atmosphere." His name was Thomas Jefferson. By the way, I've seen bumper stickers that say he was a Democrat, not a right-wing extremist.
He's a wig, actually.
Okay, look, I'm not here this evening to talk about why we're here. We all know why. Okay, the stimulus, government spending out of control, the federal government taking over functions that used to be handled on the state and local level.
That's right.
Had enough of that, that's why we're here. My real question is this: where do we go from here? All this collected energy, and I'm happy to see it, don't get me wrong, but does it just disperse as we will when we leave here tonight? While the old adage of strength in numbers holds true to a certain extent, it is imperative for us to keep this one simple point fresh in our minds. This is a nation of individuals.
Amen.
This is what we are rebelling against tonight, the idea of the collective.
Woo!
The smallest minority on earth is the individual. And every single time some politician stands before you and proclaims it your moral duty to contribute to some common good, he is engaged in hyperbole to promote the same end: discrimination against you, the smallest of minorities, the individual taxpayer.
That's right. Woo!
Forcible confiscation of the fruits of your labor is not contributing.
That's right.
To foist upon you that line about the common good is the height of arrogance.
That's right. Woo!
Who decides what good is common and by what right? What's good for you and your family may be decidedly bad for someone else's. It is up to you as individuals to take your lawmakers to task. You are an individual. You make individual decisions. And you must also take on the task of carrying this energy forth from this place tonight and channeling it into more productive change.
That's right.
What can you do? 3 simple things. Most importantly, vote. Every time. Not just for president or senate or Congress. Vote for your city council, your board of supervisors, your school board. Get involved, get informed, and vote. Number 2, talk to people. Get them involved. Who? Everyone. Co-workers, neighbors, people who happen to be in the same aisle as you in the grocery store. Engage them. You will be surprised how many people will listen to you, give feedback, and share your views, and encourage them to vote too.
Don't complain if you don't vote!
And number 3, arguably the hardest thing to get people who share our views to do. Run. Run for office. Congress, House of Delegates, local offices, hell, dog catcher. Stand up and run.
Amen.
The cries of kick them all out fall on deaf ears if no one is running against them.
That's right.
Don't wait for somebody else to do it. You have values and convictions. I know you do. If you didn't, you wouldn't be out here tonight. So stand up for those ideals. Now you'll say, but Bradley, I don't know many people. I don't have a huge bank account. I don't have a huge fundraising machine. Well, guess what? I don't either. But I'm running for House of Representatives next year.
Woo! Go Brad!
Am I nuts? Am I nuts? I'm standing up here with a bullhorn. I might be just a little. But I'm also confident in my convictions and my message. We need real and binding tax reform like the fair tax.
Amen! Woo!
To return to limited government as outlined in the 10th Amendment. We need to set up a roadblock on either end of Gucci Gulch in D.C. to cripple lobbyists and shut down K Street. And we need to return to a political class, most importantly, that sees us, the American people, as their masters, not their servants.
That's right! Woo!
When 40% of the House and 60+% of the Senate are made up of lawyers, guess who gets the best representation? That's right, lawyers. Are you a lawyer? No. Maybe a few of you are. Hey, congratulations, you're being represented in D.C.
Amen!
What about the rest of us? I'm not a lawyer.
We need attention.
I work on an assembly line. I work in a manufacturing plant right here in Lynchburg. Is there anyone in Congress right now that came from an assembly line? Is there anyone in Congress right now that was a housewife, or a trucker, or a bricklayer, or a printing press operator? Not a one. So is it fair to say these people are not being represented?
Yes!
I don't think it's a stretch. So again, if an assembly line worker can stand up and run for Congress, what's stopping you? Vote! Speak out! Run! All these things require action on the part of you as an individual. That's what made this country the best and most prosperous in the world. And that same productive action undertaken by individuals will bring us back there. Thank you for coming out. Thanks for listening. God bless you and your family.